Hey, welcome to the Global Deal Room. This channel is for people who are ready to break free from the system and build global wealth and freedom. My name is Raj Brar. I was born and raised in Canada in the West Society. I always had this ambition from a young age to become something in this world and become global. I started my first bricks and mortar business at the age of 17. Didn't know anything about business. Father helped me buy an automotive business. I leaped right in, had to learn management, had to learn marketing. It was an automotive business, had 3 mechanics. And I just learned from that young age. Now is before the internet would teach you any of this stuff. We didn't have the internet back then. I bought my first commercial building at the age of 21 when most of my peers, they were in university, chasing girls, deciding their future. Me, I was creating it by investing in myself and real estate because I took that commercial building. It was in a downtown property. I renovated it. Then I leased it out and I started making money. And I'm like, these guys are playing for these degrees. I'm over here and I'm making money already. I was doing different things and just making deals. I buy cars, sell them, buy cars, sell them, buy homes, sell them. And this was in my early 20s. And I said, you know what? I'm just a deal maker. I bought 2 luxury units at the iconic Shangri-La in Toronto on a pre-buy. And then I had the option to flip them before they were gonna close for a profit. And I said, no, you know what? I'm gonna raise the money. I'm gonna get a loan. I had to ask my dad to help me out because I was just in my 20s. I raised some other money from people and that was almost $3 million in my 20s. I closed on them and then I rented them out. And then all of a sudden I had a portfolio and I was making money every month and I was hooked. And then I went on to play in the big leagues in Vancouver. I thought to myself, I gotta learn the game from the inside, how these high-level developers, investors play the game. So I became an agent with Keller Williams. I was a mindset coach with them. I became a commercial realtor. I found some mentors in the game that were big developers. They took me on. And then I just started making deals. I started understanding the game. And then I started investing in, empty land for my own portfolio, doing the deals on the agent side. And it just kind of revolutionized. Now I've negotiated over $1 billion globally in just real estate and over $5 billion from technology, pharma, finance. A deal's a deal. The process is the same. And negotiation is a universal language. You just start understanding the game, and it's called the art of the deal. I've played every angle of the real estate game, and now I'm global. But the game changed for me back then when I realized the system, it's not built to help you get ahead. It's built to keep you local, keep you small, keep you taxed. They don't teach you how to build wealth globally. They don't teach you about tax structures, international investing, or global mobility. They want you to stay put, pay taxes, and follow their rules. And that's why this channel exists, so we can open our perception, learn from my experience being around the world, investing globally. You see, I gave up my Canadian residency. I live globally now. I'm a global citizen. Dubai is my tax base globally. I've lived in 5 countries and have built a global real estate portfolio. In short term, long term, Airbnb, then I have my digital assets, physical assets. I learned the game. And you know what? Nobody taught me any of this. I had to figure it all out myself. Where I come from, all I knew was the Canadian dollar and the US dollar. That's it. They didn't want you to know more than that. They want you to have one Canadian bank account, and if you're lucky, you get a US account if you know what to do with the US money. But once I lived in 5 countries, my whole mindset changed. I realized how small my thinking was living in one country. Looking back, it was like I was living in a shoebox. Now I have a global perception. The world doesn't belong to the intelligent people. It belongs to the people who understand how the world works and how to process it mentally. The system was never gonna show me the truth because if I figured this out, I wouldn't need them anymore. And they don't want people thinking for themselves. Now I have multiple residencies all around the world. I learned the game of real estate in not only North America, but India. I have properties, Dubai, Mexico, Thailand. I lived in all these countries. I had to navigate the countries. That's the power of going global. If a government decides to raise taxes, cool. I pack up my stuff and I leave. I'm digital. I'm mobile. I'm in control of my world, and that's called freedom. This channel is for deal makers, for investors, for people who want to learn how to build wealth globally, across markets, and with smart tax strategies. It's about mindset, strategy, and always working towards uncovering your own blind spots and developing as a person. Because I'll tell you one thing, living in countries like Canada, US, it's more of a safer system, but the opportunities are less because you're playing against the biggest people in the game, right? And how do the small people get to those levels? And it's not possible like it was at one time, especially with the internet, because now there's a lot of foreign money coming into the game. So in the global game, it's about understanding yourself, because your blind spots, your biases, they don't allow you to see the whole chessboard, right? Because your blind spots don't allow you to see a deal fully. So the more you work on yourself, the more you're able to see the deals that are good for you. We'll break down deals. I'll show you how I structure my portfolio, how to structure globally to have the best tax strategy and live a true life as a global citizen. We'll talk about buying smart, earning across borders, moving money across borders, and holding assets that you can pass on to the next generation. Not just locally, but globally cash flowing assets. Because look, I saw it in Canada. Townhouses going for $1 million. The median household income has not gone up. Big developers and foreign capital bidding everything up. It's all artificially inflated. So when you make money, you got to go buy a townhome for $1 million and hope to get an 8% return. Where now globally, my buy-in is 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. If I'm doing $1 million, I'm getting a 15-plex, right? And I'm building it from the ground up. And I'm earning 8 to 10% return and in a different tax bracket, right? So you see how your opportunities grow as you get global, and you're not playing with all the same people who are just, the big guys are winning because they can win the bids, right? And the small guy gets pushed out or is over leveraged. And that's happened to me in that market. And that's why now I play global. I'll see the opportunities, because your skill in the global game is your perception and how you process looking at deals, those biases and blind spots, getting rid of them and understanding, traveling the world, living there, seeing what the market's like. These are all what build that perception and make you skillful. And I get it. Most people don't have the knowledge or perception to move on from that world that they've built, whether they're in one city, one country. And let's be real. They made us think that doing taxes or investing in other countries is somehow illegal. It's not. That's just what they want you to believe. That's how they keep you trapped, but not anymore. Hit subscribe. Let's build wealth globally, freedom, and let's enjoy this thing called life, because it's a gift. Just got to know how to navigate it.